Last month, two scientists from Oregon State University, Sean Marcotte and Alan Mix, published a peer-reviewed study in collaboration with scientists at Harvard reviewing 11,300 years of global temperatures. And they found that the range of temperature change in the last 100 years is equivalent to the temperature change over the previous 100 centuries. Climate change is real. It's devastating, and it's accelerating. Now, most focus is on the terrestrial effects, but other research points to rapid and devastating changes in our oceans. Again, a study done by Oregon State University, Burke Hales, an OSU chemical oceanographer, co-author with Alan Barton, who works at the Whiskey Creek Shellfish Hatchery, looked into the fact that oysters were failing at an incredible rate to spawn and reproduce. And their study linked the production failures to the CO2 levels in the water. And that is, has incredible implications for the future of not only the shellfish industry, an important industry in the Northwest and other parts of the country, but also for the whole ocean food chain. The ocean chemistry is also threatening something called pteropods, who are tiny sea snails, and they're very much at risk. They happen to be a food source for zooplankton, whales, and of course our salmon, who already have a host of problems in terms of their future. And then from the Arctic Monitoring and Assessment Program, the Arctic seas are becoming rapidly more acidified. That turns out that cold water is especially susceptible, and as the sea ice in the summer recedes, more and more of the Arctic Ocean is exposed to the increased levels of carbon dioxide, and it's rapidly acidifying, in addition to which that the melting of the ice in Greenland and elsewhere is adding fresh water, which further degrades the capabilities of the oceans to deal with the carbon dioxide. And then finally, research in the Northeast shows that the surface temperatures in the Northeast continental shelf in 2012 were the highest recorded in 150 years of record keeping. They found that over the last 4 decades that many species of fish stocks are moving north to escape the warming waters, but there are many species that cannot move or evolve that rapidly, which portends for more disasters. Now, back in 1973, there was a science fiction movie called Soylent Green, sort of a mystery movie, but it was about an overpopulated and polluted world, and the final devastating blow was that the oceans were dying. And now we have evidence that our oceans are very, very much at risk from CO2 and climate change. Now, the House Republicans are using their leadership here to stymie efforts to even research and document climate change, let alone just totally denying that it's a problem. Time and time again, they voted to know nothing, do nothing about climate change. They voted to block action on climate change no less than 50 times in the last Congress. Mr. Speaker, it's time to listen to the scientists and get serious about climate change. The evidence is in. The only question now is whether Congress will listen and act. I yield back to Val.